Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Cooking and Growing with the Frisbys. I'm Keith. Beth is behind the camera today because she doesn't feel like putting on any makeup. I've already got all my makeup on, so I was born with it, so I'm good. So it is November 23rd. We've not been around for quite a while because we've just been busy, and then I had about like with an illness, then I had busy travel, but as I sit here coughing. But everything's good now. And we have a lot of work to do down here in the garden. The number one purpose really of today is we're going to try and pull some of the potatoes out of our beds here so that we can cure them in time for Thanksgiving, which is coming up this coming Thursday. How nice would it be to have your own fresh mashed potatoes from your own garden? Let's hope that that works out. So we're going to try and pull that, but as you can see, some are dead, some are not. You're supposed to pull potatoes when this dies off. But we had a lot of regrowth when we put more soil in the bed. So the hope is going to be, we got some regrowth, but the hope is going to be that there are some that are under there already. And isn't there something you're only supposed to pull what you use? Didn't you read that? Like,
it depends. I mean, literally, I think that you could talk to 12 different people and get 12 answers on
we'll just figure it out as
growing
we go,
potatoes.
which is what everybody does. You can see down here that everything is pretty much, this was a really weird season because up until, good God, last Wednesday, it was still 70 degrees every day. So we were still harvesting tomatoes. Like, look at these red tomatoes. I wouldn't put that in my mouth, though, because it's probably very bitter. But there's still some green tomatoes on these vines. I think we're pretty much past it now since the temperatures have dropped into the 30s at night. So I don't think we'll be harvesting anymore, but who knows? Fried green tomatoes? Possibly? I don't know. So the goal today is to really get some of those potatoes up out of the ground if we can, and then I have been very very busy, and we overwinter some of our pepper plants. So we had some really healthy poblano plants, as you saw through some of our summer garden tours, that were just producing and producing. There's still some sitting up on the counter. Beth asked me what the heck I'm going to do with them. I don't know, I just can't seem to leave things on the vine. So I've got to pull jalapeno, Italian cherry red, and maybe jalapeno. I don't know what you think about that, because we didn't get a lot of jalapenos, and maybe it was because we planted so many peppers back there.
I think we
kind of crowded them out
we
a little bit.
way overcrowded that bed.
Because
so next year, definitely gonna intersperse them a little bit. Probably no more than 6 plants in that bed, and right now there's 12.
Well, we have our top beds, and we discovered that we didn't have enough soil in it. So maybe by next spring, you see, we always come back and top it off. Like, soil loss is just a part of raised bed gardening. That's all there is to it. And the soil just drops off, it erodes, it comes out the bottom. Plus the fact we had filled it with so much brush and wood and leaves and things like that, eventually that stuff decomposes and the layers just compact and it goes away. So although nutritious and helps save money on composting soil, what happens is I think you end up filling the bed anyway over the years as that stuff starts to compress and go away. So we're going to do that today. We've got some cleanup that we got to do. As you can see back there, there's a lot of dead bean plants, dead cucumber plants, just some cleanup. I cannot believe that zucchini plant is still down there.
That's crazy. This is how hot it's been.
Yeah, this shows you, keep my shadow out of here, how warm it's actually been. Like, this is flowering. Like, it's literally flowering, and it's got zucchini coming off of it that, hey, in a little bit, I mean, the weather's cold, so I'm not sure how good that's going to do, Beth, but hey.
I can take them in and
we can see how they taste.
saute them up.
Yeah, we'll see how they taste. So, as you can see, this is a lot of that fall maintenance. Ow, that's prickly. It's still prickly even when it's dead. This is a lot of that fall maintenance that we've got to do. A lot of times we take down the trellises so that it makes it easier in the spring. Sometimes we collect the leaves and we put it back in the beds because it's natural fertilizer, but we haven't done anything to put leaves in this bed, and there's leaves all in this bed. So we kind of have a natural fertilization system that happens, so we don't have to ask our neighbors for their bags of leaves. And I think the people that do our lawn actually blow leaves into these beds. Maybe they know what they're doing. I'm guessing not. I'm thinking it's luck. But you can see there's already leaves in here. And guys, just the point on that, it is a natural fertilizer for you in the fall. If you're not using your beds, just put your leaves in there. And they'll break down and get nutrition for the soil. Let's go over here and see, Beth. This bed, this is our fall winter beds over here.
But the peas didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I think what happened with the peas was that it stayed so high.
It got so high.
They just didn't have a chance to really take off.
They crumbled up and died.
There's some in here that
Well, they're still alive, a couple.
Maybe they'll come back. I can't look at this. It's flowering.
Oh my goodness.
It's just such a very strange season, you know, with the heat, and now we're finally moving into the cold. I'm going to pull this. We've got these boards on here to kind of keep the pests off and keep this netting on here.
Well, there's a big hole in the netting, so I'm not sure how good we
Yeah,
did.
that could be a bird strike.
No, this one here, over here, there's a big hole.
Oh, well, somebody's trying to get in there, but let's take a look and see what we got here. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I'm going to pull it too far back. So, as you can see in this bed, the kale looks beautiful. We can probably harvest some of that. We've got a nice broccoli head here. Is this broccoli? Yeah, that's broccoli. Where's your cauliflower?
Right here.
Oh, look at that.
It's starting to turn, so I'm going to cover. This bed gets a lot of sun, which causes the cauliflower to turn. In order to keep it white, you have to cover it up with something, preferably its own leaves. So I brought out a clothespin, and I'm going to do that later. But
Okay. Then what do you got over there to the left there? Huh?
oh, this is just cabbage.
Cabbage. It seems to be doing okay now that the weather's cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really.
I mean, I need to check the irrigation system just to see.
I have it off.
Oh, it
'cause-
is off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had it off just because we were getting so much rain.
We don't need it.
These guys look like they could use a little bit of love. But
And then I guess just come back here and show them the back bed. This would be a pretty quick video. We just wanted to let you guys see, you know, what was going on back here. Do a better job of interlacing my vines on these so that I can train them how I want them to grow instead of them just doing what they want to do. Videos are never complete without dogs barking, right? Let's see what we got. Oh, goodness. Why is this poblano plant flowering?
it's crazy.
This is evidence that of the warm season that we've been having. Look at all the flowers on. Like, we have to choose which poblano plants we're going to actually take. I think this is one of them because I think it got cross-pollinated with the Italian cherry red. We were getting a lot of red poblanos.
A lot of red poblanos.
Off of that plant. The cherry red. Wow, these are flowering too. There's actually some cherry reds on here. There's some bell peppers on the ground. Like, isn't this crazy? Like, this is, I mean, people are putting up their Christmas decorations and there's poblanos on the vines back here. That is crazy. That is, look at this. Like, obviously we're not going to eat this, but we've got to.
That was a really, that was a good plant too.
This was a good plant. So,
Really large.
I mean, what I'm going to do, you guys, there is a video on it, so you don't have to, I'm not going to basically film myself probably doing that today, but basically what you do, you pick the one that you want, you cut it, you cut it down to the stalk. It's going to only be about this high. You pull it up out of the dirt, kind of shake off the dirt off of the root system, give your root system a little bit of a trim and a little wash down, and then we're going to bring them inside. I've actually, in the process, I'm about 80% of the way almost done with another rack. So we'll have we'll have 3 grow racks on the inside. And we'll bring those plants in there, give them just a tiny bit of water every once in a while. You don't want them flourishing. You don't want them growing. You just want them like in a period of stasis. Let's use that word. Where they just stay like that. And then we'll come back out in the spring. And you've seen in the video, we've replanted. And it works because pepper plants can give you 4 years of actual fruit. So why start over from seed? We've proven we can do it, but why make things harder? Which we do. So we're probably going to end up pulling 4 plants. that should be enough. I mean, Beth and I, now that Peppergate is over, we have more poblanos than we even know what to do with, but Beth made some poblano soup, which I had some more of that. She made that about a month ago, and I had it again the other night. It is delicious, a little spicy, but it is delicious. So we're gonna get busy. I mean, obviously we've got to pull all this stuff up too. So we're just gonna get busy today, kind of replanting some stuff, choosing the plants, because this weather is now in that turn of where we're moving into the winter months. I mean, we are, you know, gosh, we're less than 30 days away from the winter solstice. And the weather's going to start to stay in the 30s at night, and these plants just aren't going to survive that. So I got to do the best job I can and pull these out today.
All right, so I'm going to see if I can't dig up some potatoes. I'm just going down on the ones that are dead, like assuming that there's going to be a nice potato under there. And what do we got? It is mush.
You think that's because of it was too close to the surface? What's that one? That's not mush.
That's not mush. It's a pretty good looking potato.
I see a bunch of them over there. Oh, good one.
Nice one.
Potato.
Put these in here. The idea is that I can harvest enough for Thanksgiving dinner.
There's one right there to the right.
It's kind of green. They're not supposed to eat green potatoes. I mean, this whole thing is full. I just gotta dig.
I wonder if you stick that rooted plant back in there, will it continue to do anything?
Not the root, but I can use the little potatoes that are on it. So, like that little guy, you can pull that off. This little guy.
And put it back in.
And put it back in.
Okay.
I do see. Put the little feeders back. They're not very big, but I feel like the big ones are probably down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. Because let's go around to another spot. Let's try over here. Potato.
There you go. You guys get the gist of it. We're finding potatoes, and it's just enough. There's going to be five of us?
Six, if Susan comes.
Oh, there'll be 6 of us, so we just need to get enough for 6. We always overcook, or I do anyway. But I relegated myself to an 18-pound turkey this year. Oh, blasphemy. Ooh,
Yeah,
what happened?
it's rotted.
All right, well, it's near the surface, so guys, it's an Easter egg hunt. We're going to keep digging. We got shit to do. Oops. Definitely take it this way. just basically wait till it comes out of the ground. All this has to come off. Take it with me. It's a shame to kill these little babies, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? The leaf leaves are still producing, so just gonna take these and throw them in our compost.
Bit of a bummer, but that's okay.
What's
We
that?
can supplement them.
Nick, you didn't get a lot?
Nah. That's what we have.
Let's just spin back around here, hon. I just want to get these people one more look at the garden back here. So this is the extent of our garden. This is our fall winter garden. We haven't planted a lot this year, only because we were busy and only because it was so warm that even if we had gotten on top of it, we usually plant that, the first week of September. Had we planted a fall winter garden the first week of September, it would have been nothing. It would have been a disaster because the heat stayed here for so long. So that's what we have going on today. Real quick video. Guys, get to planting. It's still not too late since things are starting to turn now. Get out there and plant and grow some food. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.